In this scenario, the user needs to determine whether account 16 is a real or suspicious news account. Let's start in the social network. By clicking on account 16, it's clear that almost all of its connections are pointing to itself, indicating that it is more often mentioned or retweeted rather than mentioning or retweeting others. Using Q1, this tends to indicate a real account. If we consider its outgoing connections, that is, which accounts are mentioned or retweeted by account 16, we find only external accounts like Ariana Grande or POTUS. Using Q2, this tends to indicate a real account, as real accounts typically do not mention suspicious news accounts. Therefore, both of our social network cues tend to indicate that account 16 is a real news account. Before concluding, we can use the other views, like the accounts view, to check our decision. Moving to the language features view, we can scroll to find account 16 to measure characteristics about the language this account uses. Let's first rank all of the accounts by the loyalty measure. After ranking, we can scroll to find account 16 has a loyalty score of 40, which ranks near the top of all accounts. Using Q3, higher loyalty scores tend to indicate real news accounts. Therefore, we have another piece of evidence indicating this account is a real news account. Next, let's consider ranking accounts by the fear measure. After clicking fear to rank the accounts, we can scroll to find account 16 near the bottom of the accounts. Its fear score is 11, and it tends to be around more real news accounts. As Q4 indicates, real news accounts tend to have low fear scores. Therefore, its fear score indicates that it is more likely to be a real news account. That patterns from the language features are consistent with the analysis in the social network view. When the user is ready to make a decision, they can click the Submit button and answer the questions. The user determined account 16 to be real. The user found that Q1, 2, 3, and 4 all provided evidence that the account was real. The user can then provide feedback that the social network view was particularly helpful. Finally, given the strong evidence provided from the cues, the user can rate a very high confidence in their assessment by rating. In this case, the user chooses 100%.